Hey guys, welcome to the sixth video. My name is Jappan and today we'll be making donuts. But before we start, I have a little message for you guys. Sorry for interrupting your video, but I just wanted to let you guys know I'm only 13 years old, and if I make any type of mistake or if you have any ways I can improve my baking, feel free to comment down below and also support my channel by subscribing. Now back to the video. To make donuts you would need 3/4 cup warm milk, 1/4 cup warm water, 1/4 cup melted butter, 1 teaspoon active yeast, 2 tablespoons of sugar, you can use any sugar, and 2 cups of plain flour. So let's get baking. So I've got my water here. We're going to add our sugar into this and our dry yeast. And we're going to mix it. It's been around 3 to 5 minutes and the yeast has gone soft. Make sure to do this step properly and take your time. So now we're going to add it into our flour. And we're also going to add our melted butter. And we're going to mix it. We're also slowly going to add our milk. We're just going to use a spoon to mix it. So now this has been incorporated well, we're going to knead the dough. Make sure to have a clean surface and sprinkle it with some flour before you start kneading. Knead the dough until smooth. So now the dough has been kneaded well, we're going to move on to our next step. So now we're going to roll it out. It needs to be around 1/2 inch thick. So now I've rolled my dough out, we're going to cut out our donuts. I'm just using a glass, but you can use a cookie cutter. Make sure to dip it in some flour so it doesn't stick to your dough. And repeat the process. Now you can remove the remaining dough and you can roll it out again to make more donuts. To cut the hole in the middle, you can just use a bottle cap and also dip it in some flour to avoid sticking to the dough. So now I've cut out the donuts, we're going to put it in a tray which I've lined with baking paper. Make sure to leave gaps. So now I've cut out all of the donuts and I used up 2 trays. We're going to grease it with some butter or oil to avoid drying. And cover it with some cling wrap and a tea towel. And we're going to let it sit for about 1.5 hours in a warm place. So now we're going to make the glaze. I've got 1/2 cup of icing sugar. We're going to add 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And 1.5 tablespoons of milk. And we're going to mix it well. After mixing, it's going to look a bit like this and it's going to be a runny consistency. So that's good. It's been around 1.5 hours and the donuts have slightly expanded. So now we're going to deep fry them on a medium heat. If you are under 18, ask an adult for help, like I did. So now their donuts are golden brown, it means they're ready to take out of the oil. So we're just going to place it on a plate with a paper towel so it drains out all of the excess oil. So I've deep fried all of the donuts and they look like this and they've had some time to cool down. I also made some mini ones for my siblings. So now we're going to decorate them. So we're just going to dip it in our glaze that we made from before. Give it a generous amount. And place it on a tray. If you want more than just the chocolate glaze, you can add some sprinkles. So dip it in the chocolate glaze and then dip it in some sprinkles. Alongside with me, my little sister also made some.
I dipped it in some glaze and dipped it in some sprinkles and I put it in the plate. Then I wanted to make some big ones. Then I dipped it in some chocolate glaze and dipped it in some sprinkles. Then I put it in the plate. I put more sprinkles on to cover the chocolate glaze.
So now we've made our donuts and Siddiq also made some, so now we're going to taste test them.